Hey guys, what is going on? Dylan here. What I got for you today is our Prismatic Hunter build, and I'm just going to say right at the beginning of this that I think this might be the best build in the game definitively right now. Last season, I did an Arc Hunter build, I did an Omnioculus Void build, and I did a Celestial Nighthawk Golden Gun build. This thing is all three of those jam-packed into one super build. So it plays like an Arc Hunter build, but gives you elements of Void and Solar. Now, for the exotics, we're going to be using Celestial Nighthawk and Still Hunt to get two very high damaging Golden Gun shots. But as far as the gameplay goes, it's mainly going to play like our Arc Hunter build did, where we dodge and we punch, we dodge, we punch, we dodge, punch, revert. Just do that over and over again. But rather than Liar's Handshake or Assassin's Cowl, we go invisible because of Stylish Executioner, so don't need Assassin's Cowl, and we really don't need Liar's Handshake either. That's where we go with Golden Gun and Celestial Nighthawk, because we then get crazy super damage that we can use at range. Now, for the build itself, we're going to be, like I said, using Golden Gun, that Marksman Golden Gun, Combination Blow, Grapple Hook, Stylish Executioner, and Winter's Shroud. So, the way that this build works is we're going to dodge near enemies. Winter's Shroud is going to slow them. Stylish Executioner, because that slow is technically a debuff, once you punch them with Combination Blow, it's going to give you a True Sight and invisibility. So that's where we don't need Assassin's Cowl or anything like that, because doing that dodge and slowing enemies down will make us invisible, and we can just keep repeating that process over and over again. So again, still dodge, punch, dodge, punch, dodge, punch, but we don't need to have the exotic in order to make this work anymore, because Stylish Executioner will just do all that for us. And then for these activities, anytime that there's any sort of yellow bar, you can pop your Golden Gun, or you can pull out your Still Hunt and get that high damage shot from Cade's Retribution. So there was a yellow bar there, Golden Gun, quick shot, dealt with them, right? Another yellow bar, pull out our Still Hunt, Cade's Retribution, high damaging shot. Now for the aspects, we're going to be using Facet of Courage. Your Arc, Solar, or Void abilities deal increased damage to targets afflicted with the Darkness debuff. Obviously, this is going to be our Arc melee, hitting people from the Stasis debuff slow. Facet of Dawn, powered melee hits is going to make you radiant. That one should be self-explanatory. Facet of Bravery, defeating targets with grenade final blows gives you volatile rounds, but more importantly, defeating targets with powered melees is going to give you unraveling rounds to your strand weapons. Facet of Purpose, when you pick up an Orb of Power, because we're using a Solar Super, it's going to give us Restoration. And then finally, Facet of Protection while we're surrounded, which most of the time we will be since we're doing a punch build. It's going to make us more resistant to incoming damage. Now, the thing I want to mention with Facet of Bravery, initially I was using a kinetic weapon with this, but I switched to an Immortal, and that just took this build to another level because of all the punching that we're doing. Any time that I used my strand weapon, it just had unraveling rounds constantly. So that was just another element that we had with it. And you could even probably switch to, say, maybe the new strand machine gun as well, and you could do some high damage with that as well, depending on. I haven't looked too much into the actual weapons. But as far as the gameplay goes, I mean, it's just like our Arc Hunter build, which I said was the best Hunter build in the game still last season. It plays like that, where you're just dodging, you're punching, you're dodging, you're punching, you're dodging, you're punching. Everything is getting slowed. If you dodge twice to an enemy that you have not punched yet, like if they're slowed, you dodge again, they'll freeze, and you can get a shatter on them. So you can actually take care of large groups of enemies if you dodge twice near them. And because of Combination Blow and your Gambler's Dodge, I mean, you're constantly getting your powered melee and you're constantly getting your dodge back. It essentially all works the same with how that Arc Hunter build went. The only difference is you now get Stylish Executioner, so you get invisibility constantly. Picking up words gives you restoration. You get unraveling rounds. Like, you just get a ton of stuff for this build. And not to mention, to cap it all off, Still Hunt and Celestial Nighthawk for two super high-powered Golden Gun shots. In the clip before, I think it was 450,000 damage to the first guy with our Celestial Nighthawk, and then Still Hunt did, I think, 400,000 to the second guy. So that's 850,000 damage from two shots. And then, of course, you could switch to something like an Edge Transit, rockets for damage phases. Like, you could take this build far and do a lot of things with it. So anyways, leave a like, leave a comment. I'll put the dim link in the comment below, of course. And that's all we got. Love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Have fun.